Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls and friends beyond the binary, welcome to the NGS Season 20 Heroic Semi-Final. It is going to be Slang Bros up against Kugelblitz. Just to go over map picks and bans really quick before we get into everything. Slang Bros banning out Brax's Holdout and Battlefield of Eternity, which means, of course, we won't have a two-lane map, which is interesting. Kugelblitz banning out Sky Temple and Cursed Hollow. Kugelblitz did win the coin flip, and they went for map pick, and they are taking us to Infernal Shrines. I'm hoping that all of my audio is okay, like balancing a microphone and all that jazz. But let me know if it isn't, and I will adjust. I might turn it up actually. Hold on. Let's see. Are we have a bit up? But yeah, okay, maybe that's better. Right, we are in lobby and everything is good to go. I'm excited for this. Best of 5. For those that don't know, also hello. My name is Psychopants. I'm stoked for this. I've cast a few Kugelblitz games throughout the season, and it's always a fun watch. If we go the full 5 games, I will lose my voice, so thoughts and prayers. Thoughts and prayers, team. Thank you, Wolo. Okay, so Slang Bros with the first ban. Let's see. I mean, yeah, when I see a lobby with people like this in it, I'm like, what do you ban? Because I just feel like they're all, you know, incredibly capable players that can usually just flex. So I guess it's just a case of picking the worst problem for your game plan, like what actually throws a wrench in the works when it comes to how you're wanting to play the map and how you're wanting to play against their team. Because obviously Narg is like Probius god, Entropy is like an Alarak god. There goes the Probius. I'm not too sad about it because I did get to watch Narg's Probius in a previous series, but yes, Lucio Van Nen in response by Kugelblitz. So is it going to be an Alarak ban? Are they using, I assume Slang Bros are using the time, you know, making the most of just using the full time ticking down to converse with their team and all that jazz. Not necessarily about bans, but strategy going into the game, how the ban order is going, how it might go. Diablo ban, then filling up that second spot. Or Slang Bros. And that is a Johanna ban, so is it going to be a Tyrael tank? Okay. Albertox picking up the Hoggle with that ever so, whatever. I was gonna say, it doesn't matter. Albertox picking up Hogger. First pick Prio, absolutely, on the Hog Dog. And now it's Kugelblitz. Their turn. There goes the Tyrael tank. And Narg locking in that Blaze. I was scoping out both teams earlier in prep for the cast, and I saw that Slang Bros do like to play Tyrael. So it does look like Kugelblitz played the draft really, really well, anticipating that Hogger first pick. Perhaps. So they were planning to have Tyrael in their clutches the whole time. I do think it, when I was looking at Slang Bros, I think it was Severn that was the Tyrael, but I can't be sure about that, and I know Severn isn't in this first game for Slang Bros. First game at least, you know, could be in the second, third, fourth, you know. Final bans coming out now for both teams. That's a Maiev ban. So Lincoln or Zimbo must be a fan of Maiev and quite proficient at it. Proficient enough to pick up that take up that last ban spot from Kugelblitz. And then the Chromie ban taking up the last spot for Slang Bros. Sia locking in number Mephisto. What with the Chromie band? I imagine that was for Sia. I know Brandon likes playing Moradin, so Mike's picked up the Moradin this time. Johanna's band, Diablo's band. Nihilus locking in the Anna. Nano Mephisto? I don't know, man. Nano Tyrael? I don't... Tyrael's wild to me now. I think they gave him a little bit too much juice, you know. Now he's just a melee assassin, so really, Kugelblitz's draft is solo tank Blaze. Lincoln locking in Cassia, so the mage, no. Triple frontline. Triple frontline for Slang Bros. Zimbo locking in the Dahaka with that last pick. And into triple frontline, you get Brandon locking the Malthael. Really good response. Really good use of that last pick there from Kugelblitz. We are getting into it. So, for those just joining, welcome. It's Nexus Gaming Series Season 20 Heroic Semi-Final. Slang Bros up against Kugelblitz. Map bans and picks are right here on your screen. We are going to Infernal Shrines first. It was picked by Kugelblitz. 5v5 ready to go. Draft all done. Okay, so introduce the teams. On the right side, on the red team, on Kugelblitz, it's Nihilus on Anna, Nog on Blaze, Brandon on Malthael, Sia on Mephisto, and last but not least, Entropy on Tyrael. On the left side, on the blue team, on Slang Bros, you've got the Taunting Cassia, played by Lincoln. Final stand on Malfurion, Zimbo on Dahaka, Albertox on Hogger, and Mike on Moradin. I adore when people's gamer handles are just their name. That's Mike. It's just Mike. Oh, Brandon, you're on that snowflake. Okay. I see you. So Tyrael's wanting globes. With that level 1. Kugelblitz clearing that first wave first. Offlaners doing offlane things. Both teams picking up their siege camps. Otherwise known as doing their chores. This is... oh, just realized. It just registered on my brain. This is Lime's favorite map. Lovely. Both teams picking up their camps around the same time. That's a Tyrael though. Good luck, but Tyrael should get out of that. Nice sleep onto the Moradin, preventing the Q follow-up, the stun follow-up from, yeah, onto Tyrael there. Looks like Brandon's the one rotating up to catch mid for Kugelblitz, and it is, of course, Dahaka doing that job for Slang Bros. Looks like Slang Bros are wanting to start this bot camp. Sia sniffing it out. Entropy is going to come in here real quick. It's a 3v2 in favor of Slang Bros down here though, but Anna is rotating down to make it even. Malfurion backed up to get that globe. Okay, yeah, 4v3 with the Dahaka rotation. Camp, neutral camp going over to Slang Bros. Both teams on level 4. Moradin thinking about his level 4. Okay, yeah. In terms of structured damage, red team have got a little bit of more progress in the mid lane there. That camp pushed up a little bit more. So But right now, you got Malthael and Blaze picking up Kugelblitz's Bruiser Camp, and then you've got the campman himself, Hogger, doing the same for Slang Bros. Oh, look at that, actually. It's grenade build from Anna. I haven't seen much Anna play at the top tier of NGS. So maybe that's a common build, but I'm used to sleep build. Kugelblitz making their way uptown. 4v4, Blaze looking for a charge, it does not connect. The Hacker and Malthael are now taking the off lane job. Kind of nice that's interchangeable between characters with both drafts, I feel like. Yeah, Hogger's hoggering. Already got 15 monkeys for the side of Slang Bros. Brandon rotating up here for Kugelblitz. Really nice route. Sleeps the rotation from Kugelblitz there. Mike on 40 HP goes down to Blaze. Good tongue out there from Zimbo onto Blaze, but Blaze is chilling. Red team really catching up on the monkeys there. Hogger did the spin, got like 17 of those pretty well by himself. But then with all members of the red team coming up here, getting a kill and securing that first Punisher. And it's an arcane one marching down the top lane. With that, Malthael is going to return to lane in mid. Oh, nice sleep onto the rotating the Hacker there. Followed up by Nog with the stun, just preventing anything to come of that rotation. It is 5v4 right now because Malthael is in the mid lane. Entropy looking for something. I think the Hacker's going to get away. He's a speedy boy. Entropy out of mana and having to back there. The joys of Cheryl. Blue team clean that up pretty well. That's just the, I mean, there's the gate and the cannon towers going down to that first Punisher. Let me just check levels. Sorry, team. Clean Kugelblitz draft? Yeah. No first pick Probius. It was banned. Yep. Yep, it was banned funds. Also, hi. Alrighty. Malthael picking up this camp. Nice. Mike showing up a little bit too late there. Doesn't have follow-up, so that shouldn't come of anything. Both teams getting their siege camps. Respective siege camps. Red team getting theirs out first. Lower 10s on their way here pretty soon. A tasty Valkyrie onto Mephisto would be enjoyable to see. Let's hold a port. What do we got here? So blue team picking their 10s. Well, both teams picking their 10s. What am I saying? It's Tranquility, Malfurion, Isolation for the Hacker, Playmaker, otherwise known as Haymaker for Moradin, Hortapult. Oh, wow. Good two-person stun there from Hogger. Hortapult from Hogger. Oh, Mephisto doing the thing on top of a Sanctification. There's a bunker as well. Nano onto the Mephisto. A whole lot of buttons pressed, but not a lot happened in this first one. Yeah, so as I was saying, it's Hortapult and then actually Ball Lightning, not Valkyrie, from Cassia there. And then Red Team Heroic, Sanctification, Nano Boost, Bunker. I always forget the name of this. Tormented Souls. Durance, right? And then Durance from Mephisto. Malthael going up to do Red Team's Bruiser camp. Leaving Tyrael down here. I wonder... Ah, no. Mephisto and... Oh, that is a precarious rotation. Good sleep into the Haymaker. And I think that teleport is only going to delay the inevitable. Good sleep attempt there from Nihilus. But that was a nice combo from Slang Bros. Entropy is getting chain CC'd up the wazoo and is going to trait value this wave. So 2-0 trade there in favor of Slang Bros.
Another shrine will be ready soon.
They're going to use the room that they created, Slang Bros are, to push in this bottom structure. Cheeky stun onto Brendan there. They're going to back up just after getting a little bit of that bot fort. Blaze looking to make the most of the camp that Mephisto took in top lane. I think that's isolation down and essence use, because there's a rotation here coming from Hogger. The Hoarder port into the path of Blaze. 2-person stun from Blaze forces the bunker out, but it's on top of a sleep route, which... he got out. He got out ages ago. My brain didn't even register that. I was too fascinated with the, thinking about getting out of a bunker and being asleep. Can you tell I have chronic sleep issues? 19 monkeys already captured on this second objective. Oh, good drag there onto Anna. No follow-up though, but it prevents healing for a bit. Nano boost out onto Mephisto, just getting chain stunned though for the duration. That's rough. Zank coming out, 3 members of Kugelblitz on it, but that does leave Anna to tend with the hacker, and she goes down. And Hogger's doing Hogger things on the point. That is a 4-0 trade in favor of Slang Bros, and the second objective goes over to them. Sorry, just taking a sip of water. Actually, I am mistaken. The second objective went over to red team, actually, even though 4 of them died. Blue team are cleaning that up, no problem. It looks like Albertox stole red team's siege camp there. Rotations be happening? No, not quite. It's only Tyrael and Anna in the bot lane for red team there. Warden looking to make something happen there. Right in the middle of it. Anna and Mephisto are like, no! Both offlane is still offlaning, but the hacker probably has that Z ready to go to make it a 5v4 down here. Okay, blue team are opting to get their camp. They are rapidly closing on 16. Kugelblitz are probably going to want a pre-16 here. Hogger doing Hogger things. That's a nanoed. Malthael staying alive. Hoarder porting in there. The Malthael just gets chain CC'd and popped. That's a 3-0 trade in favor of Slang Bros. Yeah, Slang Bros really seeming to have this nano Malthael under control. Like, the nano gets popped on Malthael, but then Malthael is just instantly chain CC'd and can't do anything. Like, can't do anything with the nano. Each team picking up a fort in opposite lanes. 16's obviously online for Slang Bros. Take a look at those for you at the bottom of the screen. Mephisto swinging and missing with Endurance, but you never know. You miss 100% of the Durances you don't Durance. Is that gonna be a rotational Blaze? But Blaze probably, yeah. Blaze has minimap DLC and backed up. Red team really need to get 16 online before they fight. They don't want to really fight them at all, unless it's a, you know, uneven trade in their favor. 3 members of blue team gotta get their bruiser camp. Nog will probably join up, right, with the rest of Kugelblitz now that top lane is done. Gonna fight over this bruiser camp over here. Kugelblitz really don't want this. They need 16. Oh, blue team walk away. I mean, red team are knocking on the doorstep of 16, so you really don't want to risk it before the objective. Totally get that. Sank's already coming out from Tyrael, but that's not going to be available for the objective. Big drag out. Oh my god, the fastest drag in the West. Isolation out onto Tyrael as well. And a Haymaker and a Ball Lightning. And that is a very dead Tyrael. Albertox looking for more. Hoarder pulling in. And that is a dead Nihilus. Durance missing from Seer. So this objective may be free for Slang Bros. Oh, they were going to get that. They were going to get that camp. But then Mephisto stepped up. And that is a staggered death. The Kugelblitz there. Leaving Hogger to do Hogger things. While the rest of the team push in the second fort. Yeah, Mephisto actually picking up a kill under Hacker up here. I just missed it. Sorry, chat. And pushing with a camp as well. So at least they've got some counter push going in top lane. Second fort of the game going over. Well, third fort technically. Second fort for Slang Bros going down there. Pushing with a Frozen Punisher in the bot lane along with Kugelblitz's camp there. They're almost on 20. Well, they've got about a whole level. They're not actually pushing with it. They're going to do other stuff. I suppose they want 20 before they do anything. Which makes sense. Bot camp being picked up by Hogger. Hogger's probably going to go and do this siege camp as well. Most of the rest of the team go and clear that red team siege camp, which pushed up to keep wall in top lane. The map is looking rather blue. Punisher going down. Only tickled the keep, but gate and cannon towers down in bot lane. I've got 20s online here for the blue team. What do we got? Upgraded isolation for the Hacker so far. Looking for something cheeky. Looking to use the 20. That is a big... I think that was horrible. Yeah. Perfect 5-person rotation onto Blaze, forcing out the bunker. I'm seeing a nanoed Mephisto in the back. Hogger picking up that kill on Blaze. A Durance hitting Mike. Nihilus on 80 HP because of an... I think that was a no control from Hogger. Oh, big stun from Hogger onto Mephisto. Brandon getting incredibly low here too. Gets hit with that sleepy root and gets away with 300 HP. Unfortunately, Tyrael will not experience the same joy. And does go down. 3 for nothing trade in favor of Slang Bros with that level 20 online. So yeah, it's Serenity, Contagion, Rewind, No Control, and Infinite Lightning. More balls. Blue team, quite a commanding level 20 here. That was Ball Lightning out onto just Brandon. Oh, that looked funny. While this is happening, the Hacker, Zimbo and the Hacker is chunking down that top fort. The rest of Slang Bros are actually choosing to rotate there now. Mike, don't be suspicious. Happening right here on this bruiser camp. Oh. Alice is like, maybe. I think there's a dwarf there. I don't know if Brandon got the memo. That is a big jump. Big cleanse. Big cleanse. Preventing that stun. Yeah, the difficult thing here is that red team need 20 and their lanes are pushed out. Because if Blaze goes down there for that XP, blue team are going to rotate and pick that. Objective's coming up here quick. That is another giant leap for Mike. And another cleanse. Stun misses. Blue team pick up a red team's bruiser camp. Nog is just desperately trying to get red team 20 for this. Rest of Kugelblitz clearing that bruiser camp. Hogger doing Hogger things. Level 20s now online for red team. Big drag out. Followed up with the stun, but some big healing keeping Tyrael up. Mike is in the middle of it all and is still somehow living, but Alba jumps onto Anna, and that is one very dead red team healer. Brandon getting some, finally allowed to live free for a little bit. while the stuns go elsewhere. Nog getting out with a cheeky bunker there. Albert going down to the mouthfeel. Woo, that is a dead blaze. It's a dead blaze. It's 4v3. Currently, Tyrael is really suffering with this amount of CC. Wild 400 HP. Brandon going down. Sia going down. Everybody's low. Mike's low. Another drag on to Tyrael. Lightning Ball finishes off Malthael. That is a haymaker onto Sia to safety, I think. Yeah, team wipe. That was really close. That was a really close team fight there. 5-for-1 trade in favor of Slang Bros.
Blue team has destroyed a fort. Red team's core is under attack.
I think Kugelblitz might have one last kick at the can at defending this. Unless someone dies now. It's a nanoed Nog stunning Muradin, who does a big leap out because Dwarf Toss. Dwarf launch, my bad. Oh, level 20s for red team, by the way. Holy Arena, Nano Infusion, Fortified Bunker, Reaper of Souls, and Mimic. The hacker stealing red team's camp down there. Insult to injury. Drag misses onto Brandon. Big jump. And the stun misses from Muradin. I think Muradin used Rewind there too. Brandon in the backline with Tormented Souls popped on top of the Sanctification and a bunker out as well. Haymaker to try and get rid of the Mephisto. Malthael sticking to him like glue. Again, dodged some of the CC and is still living. Albertox once again jumping up out onto Nihilus on Anna, and that is a dead healer. Brandon super low trying to get away from Cassia. Oh goodness me. All the while, boss is marching onto the core with a camp too. I don't know if red team have enough time, even if they were to win that team fight, to do so and then clear the core. Going for a good team fight to end, close it out though. Double teleport from Tyrael. Oh, sorry. Sneaky. Gonna die, but that was sneaky. And that is GG. Game 1 going over to Slang Bros. And here are those numbers, folks. Oh, Fury not dying once. Look at that. All the while, Anna dying 5 times. I think every death, was just Hogger jumping on her. And I can't quite recall if I saw any peel for that. Which it feels like kind of difficult to do because Tyrael wants to go in, Blaze kind of wants to go in, Malthael definitely wants to go in, so then Anna's in the back line. Like, I guess I'm gonna nano you and then die. Little bit of a tough one there. Yeah, so Lincoln on Cassia, top hero DPS with 85,000, 7 kills, no deaths. Brandon, despite all this CC, does top hero DPS in the whole game. 100k there, 2 kills, 4 deaths. Mephisto suffering a little bit with the 6 deaths there, as did Tyrael. Yeah, the laser focus from Hogger, the laser focus from Albertox onto Anna was unparalleled. Dog with a bone. Hog dog with a bone. I'll stop. It's like dad jokes, I'm sorry. These are the talents for those that didn't see them at the end of the game. Very much felt like everyone was everywhere because you kind of had like red team charging in, but then you got Moradin with the haymaker knocking stuff over, and you've got Hogger with the Hordeport just Hordeporting at Anna every time. Yeah, quite not chaotic because it's all intentional, but quite chaotic team fight in terms of looking at character models and seeing them go left and right and like Mouth is great. A good Mouth. Oh. I think he's underrated. Alright, so that's the first map. Going over. Once again, it was picked by Kugelblitz, and Slang Bros winning map number 1. Reminder for everyone, including myself, it's a best of 5 series, so it will be basically that's the first to 3. Essentially, I'm just going to update my thing so we know where we're going for map 2. I don't know who picked it. Just gonna double check with the lobby. Sweet. It was Kugelblitz picking Towers of Doom. I love this map. We'll see if bands change. That's always the exciting thing with the game too. Alex would have been a solid pick for Red Team. Oh, yeah. The globes with Mephisto.
Of doom.
Yeah, and Anna getting more than 3 times out healed. Yeah, that was wild. That was wild to see, actually. The difference in those numbers. Okay, getting into game... Well, draft for the second game. See if these bands change at all, or if we're going to stick with a Probius ban. Apologies in the last game if I got, I was saying Nihilus instead of Nog and Nog instead of Nihilus. My brain smashes together words beginning with the same letter sometimes. So if that happened, I'm sorry. Probius, they are sticking with that. First ban being Probius. No Probius for Nog. Mad respect being put on Albertox's Hogger, and after that performance, honestly, it was super clean. Stitch's ban. Stitch's generally on Towers of Doom is nasty, because of course he can just hook gorge you into the death zone, and then that's GG for whoever got hook gorged. Never pleasant to play into that, really. So sticking with that Lucio ban in the second spot. I think it was the first spot before, wasn't it, for Kugelblitz in game 1? And Zimbo picking up the Tyrael this time. So Tyrael swapping from Kugelblitz to Slang Bros for game 2. And let's see how Kugelblitz respond. Nog locking in the Blaze. Same pick, right? This time, though, Chromie does get let through to see us swapping from the Mephisto to the Chromie. Do you think Alex Mephisto is better or worse than Anna Mephisto? The thing is, actually, it was probably that Anna was probably primarily picked for the mouthfeel, right? Lincoln locking in Hanzo, so swapping from Cassie, and final stand locking in Rhaegar. Solid clamp, wow. Solid camp clear healer, with camps being super duper important on this map. And that final ban spot continuing to go to Maiev. I love a Chromie, just period. I think she's the best mage. Just the utility that she has on top of everything else just really honestly just puts her over the edge for me. And that final ban slot from Slang Bros being filled by Diablo. Like, slowing sands is such a powerful point control, or I don't know. She's great. Hey, Nyla's not on Anna, but on Anduin this time. Followed, like, locked at the same time with his dad, Varian. Brandon playing the Varian here. Father-son combo. Depends on map, enemy. Yeah, Alex has Dragon and ult to deal with dive. Dragon's really good for securing shrines. Good point. Oh, that's a mean looking comp there from Slang Bros. Mike looking in Junkrat. So they've actually swapped who's tanking. Unless they're gonna swap. They might swap. And then Elbow locking in Ural. But then you did leave Alarak open for Entropy. So this could be spicy. This could be a spicy one. Any swaps? No swaps. We're sticking with. I love Junkrat as well. It's one of my favorite heroes to play. Urel is scary, man. There's gonna be a Urel Blaze off lane. One would assume. Father, Son, and the Holy Light Bar. Hell yeah. Okay, team. You're just joining us. Heroic semi-finals. Slang Bros against Kugelblitz. Slang Bros winning that first game, and we are just getting into game 2. Let's do it the other way around this time. On the left side, on the blue team, on Slang Bros, you got Albertox on Urel, Zimbo on Tyrael, Final Stand on Rhaegar, Lincoln on Hanzo, and yes, Mike on Junkrat. On the right side, on the red team, on Kugelblitz, you have Nihilus on Anduin. Doesn't have his sword out, so the game is cursed. Nog on Blaze. Entropy on Alarak. Brandon on Varian. And Seer on Chromie.
What are you waiting for?
Hey, we're looking at a W level 1 from Rhaegar. Love it. And Q build from Hanzo. Well, a Q level 1. Hanzo. Varian pre-4. Yeah, maybe if Entropy was there, that would have been... I'm not sure, though. Oh, maybe it wouldn't have been a kill, actually. Varian pre-4, obviously, he's not a real boy yet. So typically you see teams try and bully pre-4. We're not seeing that right now. Both teams picking up their siege camp. We're actually seeing Brandon trying to bully Tyrael pre-4. And experiencing some pain. I think that might be a... No, that is not a dead Varian. I take it back. Tyrael getting time dropped. Yeah, I mean, so far, so chores done, you know? Tira's got 3 globes so far. 2 stacks, or... Yeah, 2, whatchamajigs completed for target practice. Whatchamajigs is a technical term, right? Yeah. Level 4's online first here for Slang Bros. Nice boop onto Alarak. Torn out onto Hanzo there. That might have been a little bit of a bait, unfortunately, for Alarak, who does go down. Yeah, so Taunt, obviously being picked up there. You saw it in action. Picked by Varian. Yeah, I think it's just straight up. Is this straight up just W build Rhaegar? Which, I mean, you're into 3 melee. I mean, I love a I love a W build. I love a W build Rhaegar. Looking for something. Ooh, cheeky charge out from Nog, but nothing coming of it. Taunt, I think primarily just to stall the Tyrael rotation. Junkrat is picking up this bottom one so far, unless he gets interrupted by Entropy. Yep, there was a lightning to stall that. Chromie picking up Kugelblitz's channel. Yeah, if Entropy tries to stall that again, they're dead again. Yeah. Nice taunt silence tower damage means that Tyrael goes down. Varian in a trap, but he's chilling. Uriel is trying to channel this over here, but Nog is being a bit of a pest. And as he should be. As Blaze should be. Given time for his team to rotate, but Junkrat might stop that with a satchel. I don't know. Or has the call been made for them to stop stalling? Yeah, I think the call was made there for Kugelblitz to stop stalling, or for Blaze to stop stalling. So that was 2 of the channels going over to Slang Bros. Torn out onto Lincoln, followed up by a peel boot. Oh, big combo out from Entropy onto Lincoln. Makes for a very dead Hanzo. Tuck's jumping in. 2-person knockback there. Brandon's still charging. Still charging on in there as Varian. Level 7s do we have? Blood and Thunder level. Yeah. Yep, W build. I love it. I love it. Oh, it's not slowing sands. It is temporal loop. From Chromie. Some big boops. Some really big boops to kind of mitigate the taunt engage. Good rotation stall from Albertox, and then the team respond, and that is a dead Alarak, which is unfortunate, obviously, because Alarak needs sadism. And when he dies, he loses it. What is going on here? Lincoln really thirsty for the Chromie kill. But his team are backing up, and Chromie really can't follow up to help to help with the nice CC from Nog. And him picking up a kill, well, getting credited for that kill onto Hanzo. 1-for-0 trade there. Interesting. Lincoln just went a little bit too far. Entropy picking up their channel, while the rest of Kugelblitz go in to stall Uriel. Channeling their altar there. Oh, good pullback onto Tyrael. Followed up the silence, followed up the stun, followed up the taunt. Big heal from Rhaegar there, but that is one very dead Tyrael. Brandon having to go back low on health and mana. So is Anduin, actually. So they're not going to force this invade too much. Level 10's online for the red team. We have Deadly Charge from Alarak, obviously Temporal Loop, because Chromie gets to pick earlier. Bunker from Blaze. And Anduin, I was going to say, is Anduin really thinking about it? It's Light Bomb. They're trying for a rotation here on Uriel. Some big silences into a Temporal Loop, but then Uriel pops her all and it's nothing doing. There's also a Sanctification under that from Tyrael. I think Entropy getting away on 400 HP. Tyrael going in for a bit more into a taunt, and that is a dead Tyrael. Nice stasis there just to dodge the explosion damage. Yeah, so blue team, Ancestral, Sanctification, Ardent Defender. I always just call this Arrow, but I call all of Hanzo's abilities Arrow, so it's not really helpful, is it? Dragon's Arrow. And then what I call Beyblade. which is Riptire from Junkrat.
Once more, the altars rise from the depths.
Yeah, they're like point control, vision control, or rather zone control from both teams. Like you got Junkrat for the blue team and then Chromie for the red team. Really cool to see. Like they're quite well matched, you know. Hanzo completing that Q quest. Oh, Entropy doing a deadly charge into like the light bomb deadly charge. Hello? Chromie getting the Rhaegar kill there, I think, off the back of a temporal loop. There was a cleanse that went out too, though, that kind of, I think they predicted the light bomb. So one person got cleansed. But that was phenomenal. It was spicy. I love it. I wonder what the timing is on that. Deadly charge light bomb. Level 13's close for both teams, but closer for red team. 13's online now. So enchant boots. Yeah, Mortal Strike to reduce ancestral healing, presumably. Well, all healing, but you know. Chromie already picked the stasis. Oh, your L rotation. Brandon is in trouble now. Big pull from Anduin, but oh, big stasis from Seer to stay alive. Unfortunately, Entropy bears the brunt of that. Nihilus getting boot back. The follow-up from Hanzo, not quite enough to kill them, but the Tyrael over the wall. Okay, Tyrael over the wall. Oh, bit off. I was gonna say bit off more than they could chew, but then they got another kill with trait value right there onto Varian. Varian Rin 1 for 2 trade in favor of Slang Bros. And using the space that they created, they look to push into the all-important bottom 4 on Towers of Doom. Next altar spawning in the middle. Both siege camps up for both teams.
And put an end
Oh. Nice. Deadly charge light bomb into a full combo. That's a dead Junkrat, that is right there. Torn out onto Tyrael into another combo from Alarak. Makes for another dead Tyrael. I think Tyrael just came back too, hey? Brandon quietly channeling that altar, and maybe red team will steal blue team's camp. And 16s are in red team's near future, so it's another talent tier advantage for Kugelblitz, who are looking to march these pumpkins into Slang Bros bottom 4. Junkrat is like the best anti-siege hero though, so I think maybe only one pumpkin went through there. Brandon trying to create a little bit of space, prevent Tyrael from getting on that point, but Tyrael is Tyrael. And that was a rewind out onto him, but he just floats away because he doesn't mind at all. Torn out. That was another light bomb deadly charge. Tyrael getting the ancestral as well. A lot of buttons pressed. Nobody going down quite yet, unfortunately, because obviously the 16 advantage, you really want to get something out of that, don't you? Good try. And good not dying there from Slang Bros. '16's online for both teams.
Prepare yourselves, heroes. The altars rise.
That W build. I feel like I need to zoom out even more. Like, what's the cooldown on... No, light bomb isn't up yet. Lincoln taking a chunk of damage there. I think the Sanct maybe saved him. Oh man, Varian is just in on that Junkrat, but it does leave their backline completely vulnerable. Chromie going down there. I don't even know if Brandon maybe gets out actually. Entropy picking up a kill on that Tyrael. All the while this altar is. Yeah, both teams on 16 now. Albertox hopping in. Mike gets away with 115 HP because of a well-placed satchel. Just waiting for some heals there from Rhaegar. Desperate Prayer out from Nihilus. And as Albertox did in all of game 1, jumps onto the healer's face. Anduin Desperate Prayed and Uriel was like, yeah, cool. That's a self route. I'm just gonna jump on you. Okay, team's tapping and coming back for another skirmish to try and get this altar. Ooh, big slow, big slow. Torn onto Tyrael. TP's out. Deadly charge light bomb onto Hanzo in the back line. Oh my goodness. Temporal loop there onto Uriel. Followed up with some damage there from Chromie. Uriel is low. Entropy fighting for their life as well though. Uriel getting the ancestral. Sorry, forgive me. Alarak healing somehow. Like, Alarak healed a chunk there. And I don't know if it was Anduin. Okay, channel going over to Kugelblitz. That means Slang Bros core is at 16 and Kugelblitz is at 24. Aggressive taunt here onto Junkrat, followed up by the deadly charge. Junkrat just has no HP. Poor guy. That's a lot of tower damage there. And should be having to back up. Gets healed up by Anduin, no problem. And that's 2 pumpkins that they're going to try and walk in. Yeah, a good taunt from Tyrael to even, yeah, to stop Tyrael from even thinking about it. And then Tyrael gets blown up again, unfortunately. Red team are making Tyrael look like he's made of paper. This game. 20s are here almost any second. A red team. Oh, aggressive taunt in the death zone. Getting boot back and then getting yoinked by Anduin to safety. Oh, 20s. Oh, hello. Wait. Wait. Look at this. Nope. Decided against it. And rightly so, because blue team had been like, I think they caught wind of it and left. Level 10s here. Chastise from Anduin. So Anduin now has a stun. That is light bomb. Yeah, good try. Good try. No vision there that time. To be fair, it's been 100% hit rate so far. I mean, now it's 75% or whatever that math is. Hey, red team just channeling and getting that extra tower shot. Big stun arrow out onto Blaze, who gets pulled and then into a bunker in which Varian goes. Albert trying to knock the front line back, does so successfully. Hanzo, though, flying too close to the sun, goes down to an Alarak combo. That's a Uriel ult. She's trying to get away. There's a big slow out from Varian into a stun follow-up from Blaze, and that's a dead Uriel. Tyrion's trying to get out too, but some sneaky body blocking. Oh, big Chromie damage on top of the slow Tyrael. The Ancestral means that Tyrael was gonna get out, but Deadly Charge meant that Tyrael actually had no hope. It was false. It was all a ruse. And blue team now only have 1 shot left on their core, and the boss is up. So, looking like a bit of a tough one. for the blue team. Entropy up here looking for some more Mike. Not quite enough damage to finish him off there. And that is GG, well played to both teams. The second game going over to Kugelblitz. Yeah, I think there is an Alarak ban incoming. They let it through that second game, and I think that they're gonna be like, whoops. I think Slang Bros are gonna put that back on the ban list. Okay, so here are those stats. I'm low-key sad that the W build Rhaegar didn't win. I will say. But that's just because personally, I'm a healer main, and I love when healers get to have fun, you know? So talents, let's see. Anything unusual? Well, apart from the W build Rhaegar, but I've gone on about that enough for everyone. I forgot they changed that icon. I was like, what's that level 20 for Alarak? But it's the one where he gets both of his ultimates. I just didn't recognize the... Did not recognize the artwork there. I don't think there's anything unusual that I'm seeing here. Added Alarak C material there. Probably a very educated guess. Okay, let's see where we are going. Oh, we're best of 5. Whoops, I should have been on this the whole time. Wow. Oh, and my scene isn't... Cool. Why? Look at that. Technical. Oh, hold on. Let me try and fix it. I just gotta make everything bigger, chat. Sorry. Usually you don't do best of 5, my bad. I've been using the best of 3 screen all night, and it was gonna be a problem when I got to the 3rd game, and I'm like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Is this kind of where I wish I had, like, Snarf set up? Why are we so small? What is this? A scene for ants? Ah, it's easy. I honestly don't know why it's like this. I gotta be real. Oh. Oh. I might maybe figured it out. No. We'll get there. Sorry, chat. The one thing I didn't prep was this scene for ants. Legit. Oh my goodness. The scene for ants might just have to be a scene for ants. I'll keep trying to fix it, but like, tis what you get. I'm sorry. Hopefully you can see that. Technical difficulties. You gotta love it. Gotta love it. Okay, so this next map is not Cursed Hollow, it's Dragonshire. You can see it to some degree. Alright, so game 3, best of 5. Going to Dragonshire next, and it was picked by Slang Bros. This time. Ninja, hi, welcome. Also, hi TZ, hi Hoku. Wafflecopter, Alba is such a Chad, yep. I think I already said hi to Fonz. Sorry about this scene, I don't... Oh, man. It is what it is. I just can't, like, make them bigger uniformly, like, all of them at the same time, so... I'm just gonna say cast ready. So you can sit there and watch me manually make each of the boxes bigger, but that's neither here nor there. Like, we're not gonna do that. So, yeah, that's what you get. A 3-stream streak, nice. Okay, getting into game 3. Apologies for the technology segue. At least it's mostly readable, but yes, I'm doing my best out here. So Dragonshire. Each team, if you're joining us, if you're just joining us, is the heroic semi-final, heroic div semi-final, in NGS for season 20. It's Slang Bros up against Kugelblitz, best of 5, and each team, it's one apiece. It's one apiece. Kugelblitz continuing to learn from game 1 and banning out Alba's Hogger, and Slang Bros sticking with their previous first ban. Kugelblitz, Lucio second ban. So that last game. Game 1 it was a Lucio first ban, if I recall. And that second ban spot being taken up by Anduin for Slang Bros this game. They did not like the Anduin, playing into the Anduin. And who knows, his polls can be so frustrating.
Here we go again.
Oh, Chromie's best map, question mark? Dragonshire, still sticking with that Chromie. Chromie got through the draft again. Really great vision and control of the Death Durio, which is, of course, the bushes between bot and mid lane. Maiev. So Maiev would have been the third ban for Kugelblitz if game 1 and 2 were anything to go by. So this time Slang Bros were like, okay, we're just going to take it before you ban it then. And this time Albatok's taking the Blaze, so that's going to force Nog onto something else. Brandon getting that Moradin. I do love a Brandon Moradin. Nihilus locking in Brightwing. Final ban phase. Rexar. That's a good solid ban on Dragonshire. And Braxis, obviously, but Braxis has been banned. Just like Rhaegar. I mean, Rexar. Final ban then from Kugelblitz. Usually it's Maev, but this time it's Junkrat. Solid, solid, solid ban. Especially given Slang Bros showed last map that they can play it very well. Ooh. That's pretty strong looking. Final stand locking in Malfurion and Mike locking in Johanna. It looks like the tank job is... well, I suppose it's only swapped between Zimbo and Mike, hey? Actually, I thought it'd swap between 3 people for Slang Bros, but no. I guess just those 2. Alarak is still up. So actually, no Alaric ban, interestingly. I suppose this map isn't the map. Anti-entropy picking Sergeant Hammer instead. And then Nog taking the Urel this time. So the offlaners have just swapped picks compared to last game.
With every death comes honor.
So Lincoln sticking with that Hanzo. I wonder if they were gonna pick Hammer? I don't know though. I don't think so. Maybe they were. All right, here we go. Excited for this. The control of those bushes between mid and bot, like from Chromie. Wait a minute, I just noticed that they swapped. I just noticed that they swapped. I blinked and I missed it. So Sia and Anti-Entropy have swapped. So it's actually Entropy on the Chromie and Sia on the Hammer. So, on the right side, on the red team on Kugelblitz, got Brandon on Muradin, Nihilus on Brightwing, Nog on Urel, Entropy on Chromie, and Sia on Hammer. On the left side on the blue team on Slang Bros, you got Lincoln on Hanzo, Zimbo on Maev, Final Stand on Malfurion, Mike on Johanna, and Elbsox on Blues, who go straight top. It's a nice memento moment. Blue team going over to their bruiser camp right off the jump. Chromie starting red team siege camp. Red team gonna follow up there. It's gonna be cool to see because obviously you want to try and fight in Hammer range, right? I think Hammer and Chromie. Obviously Chromie is like an anti-Hammer. Like she goes against Hammer super well, but I feel like she goes with Hammer well too. Because I mean, if you go slowing sands or temporal loop, you're bringing people back or keeping them in Hammer's range. If Muradin goes Haymaker, you just knock someone into Hammer's range, and then Urel knocks people for a living anyway. So yeah, I mean the synergy on red team, I can totally see it. There's obviously some nasty stuff that Slang Bros can do with their comp as well. Can see some cage root blaze stun synergy. My ever rotation there, Nog down to 140 HP, but not dead. Maev coming down now. I wonder if Maev's just gonna try and stop. Blue team setting their sights on Hammer there. But Seer gets out of it, no problem. Level 4's online for both teams. Mike and Lincoln are just being allowed to walk into that backline, but I suppose not that much of a problem there. Brandon jumping in onto Lincoln, Lincoln jumping over a bush. Those are the level 4s. It is Hold Your Ground from Johanna. Hanzo sticking with the Q-bill. Red team have numbers here, they're looking to use it. Four didn't get the kill quick enough, so blue team have been able to rotate here. Solid time trap and teleport just to top entropy off. Oh, Brandon's low though. Yeah, okay, nice. Brandon gets out. Level 7's going to be online very soon. Hammer, all the while that was happening in the bot lane, Hammer hopped in the dragon. So the first dragon of the game going over to Kugelblitz. Red team getting some structure damage out in bot and mid, obviously, with the dragon. Cannon towers and gate down in mid. Both teams got level 7. That is a boot onto Blaze. Another Skullcracker game. Love to see Dwarf block at 1. Well, not... I mean, love to see Skullcracker this way. Do enjoy a good crack the skulls. Blue team get their siege camp out, red team getting theirs out as well. Slang bro starting their bruiser camp top left. Nog rotating here. Slowing the sands out actually onto Alba. Alba stunning the front line of the red team, but does go down to hammer damage. Yeah, so love to see some slowing sands. I am really curious what Moradin's gonna pick, because if it is if it's Haymaker, that's a lot of fun knocking stuff back into Hammer's range. Solid slowing sands. Like the siege ability of Chromie and Hammer together is just kind of disgusting. Brandon doing a great job of like stalling 3 members of the blue team from rotating to stop this. Level 10's online for red team first. Blue team will follow shortly. Yeah, so slowing sands out. It's Avatar. Okay. Blink heal, BFG, and question mark for Uriel currently. More slowing downs out here. Nihilist topping entropy off. Brandon sticking to the back line of blue team. Coming back because of the Maev rotation. Tether onto Nihilist. Blink heals onto Hammer to get out of it. That's a big silence from Furion. Makes for a dead Chromie there. Brandon popping the Avatar to get out. 1-for-0 trading for over Slang Bros. So the ults for Slang Bros. Twilight Dream, you just saw it. Dragon's Arrow. The big arrow. Blessed Shield from Johanna. Containment Disc from Maev and Bunker from Blaze. Oh, and Uriel did pick Ardent Defender. Ooh, look at that. Moradin was jumping over. Maev knew it, and Maev put him in a Pokeball. Stopping any Moradin shenanigans. Of course, it's the day out from Johanna, so be down. But she does have cooldown. 4 gives cooldown, right? Yeah. You're in a Pokeball because why not? Question mark. Ooh, big arrow onto Entropy, but no follow-up there. Once again, the siege begins. The tanks are tanking at each other. Maiev picks up the blue team siege camp. Red team picking up their siege camp. Hammer's just trying to clean up the blue siege camp there in lane. Each team, well, red channel's top, blue's got bot, so nobody can grab the dragon just yet. Moradin living in this containment disc. Maiev, you looking for a rotation top maybe? Oh, Blessed Shield misses there. Unfortunately, Avatar out. Oh my goodness, Maiev lost a chunk of health. I think that might have been Chromie's doing. Bunker popped by Blaze, who walks away. Uriel chasing, but nothing doing there. Brandon channeling. So the second dragon, I think it's the second dragon. Wow. Sorry, timey-wimey, wibbly-wobbly. Second dragon going over to Kugelblitz. Does some damage to the mid structure, kicks Malfurion. And the other Dragon Knight, which is Hammer and Chromie, take a bot fort finally. Ooh. Stasis, sorry, interesting stasis there. Onto the sleep, but Malfurion didn't have the sleep follow-up. Didn't need it. Didn't need it. Some huge cues from Maiev. That is Chromie and Hammer and maybe Moradin going down. 3-0 trade in favor of Slang Bros. Yeah, huge tether there. So mid 4 and bot 4 going down with that during that objective phase. But blue with the space created from the kills looking to take at least half off of this fort in mid while Maiev D pushes bot lane. BFG just streams on down the middle of mid lane. Oh, good sleep there, preventing Chromie from doing anything. Yeah, blue team almost got that entire fort mid there, actually. 16's online for blue team first. Coming up quick for red team, though. Stun misses there. Brandon has no one with him, so I'm sure he'll back off in a second there. Blue team picking up their bruiser camp top left. Red team looking to do the same. Maiev might. Oh, no Maiev things. Everyone picking up phase out. It's an early URL. Oh, hey, a bunch of stuns out onto Nihilus. Nihilus going down, Malfurion going down for Slang Bros. Entropy in a time trap. Oh, it only delayed. Wow, okay, 100 HP. Yeah, it delayed the inevitable. I think Chromie there going down to a shield glare from Johanna. Maiev zipping away. 1 for 3 trading favor of Slang Bros. Random 1v2 in currently. Hanzo coming up. It's a 3v1 now. Gotta get out of there. Just so. Taps the well before the structure goes down. During that, Hanzo, I think it was just Hanzo, steals red team's siege camp. Oh, Juggernaut plating. Yeah, into Chromie. That sounds good. Very wild little camera jiggles there. BFG. Brandon sleeping there. Oh, jumps and gets pulled back by the tether. Brightwing helps, but then has to TP out. Brandon 30 HP, down to none. Blue team channeling the objective right now. 0 for 1 trade so far for them. Using that Moradin kill, blue team are going to pick up the neutral bruiser camping bot. We do have a Blaze rotation here. They have spell armor. Blaze is going back to doing Blaze things. Containment disc out onto Chromie. This is going to be rough. Yep, nice. Nice route follow-up. Means Chromie is asleep and then dead. Ooh, Nyla's trying to keep Sergeant Hammer up there, but Hammer going down. 0 for 2 trade in favor of Slang Bros. Moradin is now back. 20s are fast approaching Slang Bros, who still have the spell armor in bot lane. That lasted a while. That was a blessed, I think. Oh my gosh, a lot of damage coming out onto Moradin, but the Avatar, combined with Brightwing's powers, saves him. Level 20 is now online for blue team. We have the upgraded Twilight Dream, the Astral Communion, Perfect Agility, Shadow Pontress from Maiev, Burn Notice from Blaze, interesting. And then upgraded Blessed from Johanna. Got the upgraded Slowing Sands from Chromie. But with this level 20, you'd expect to see blue team do something. And that's something I think is rotating on red team's off lane. Ooh, red team rotate to help and Brightwing pays the price. We're still looking for something even though they're down 20. Lincoln jumping away. Johanna popping the Iron Skin. 2 members of red team slept. And yeah, no counter kill. There is Moradin and Urel up here. But then yeah, Moradin shows in the wave, so Alba backs up anyway. I don't know if those two could even kill Blaze together. That's a lot of big ogres walking down to red team's keep in the bot lane. Level 20 is online for red team here. Is this another rotation onto Nog? Containment disc misses, so then they back off. Yeah, that makes sense. Level 20s for red team. Obviously, you got Unrelenting Sand, Unraveling, sorry. Rewind, Ultra Capacitors, and Brightwing is thinking about it. Urel's thinking about it. This dragon at 60 minutes goes over to blue team. Got Invisible Friends from Brightwing.
Blue team has destroyed a fort.
Urel still not picked to level 20. Brightwing is in a Pokeball. BFG. BFG is so funny. Hammer getting kicked. And that is Seraphim at 20 for Urel. Some safe defense here. Obviously with the hammer and the Chromie. Keep is alive. Barely. Ooh, Brandon looking to stand on this point as long as they can, one assumes. Nice. So Brandon walks toward the tether to avoid getting tethered, and then Nog swaps with Brandon on the point. So red team get their bruiser camp there. Teamwork. Blue team picking up their bruiser camp as well, so those two camps will face off in top lane. Red team looking to invade blue team siege camp in the bot here. Iron Skin popped by Johanna. Tether out onto Nog. Brightwing Z will go through, but it means Brightwing gets containment disked into a Twilight Dream. Oh my gosh, Brandon in the backline there. Nog somehow living. But for how long? I think blue team. Oh my gosh, big jump from Brandon into a rewind, which means another jump. Brandon might get out. Hammer doesn't though. Nog going down to a big scatter. Oh my gosh, I think that might be game. That was a huge containment disc.
Red team dominated.
Huge containment disc from Mayev.
Destroyed a fort. The red team there must always be a dragon knight.
My husband is dead. A bunker for fashion. A fashion bunker to end the game. GG, well played both teams. So now we have Slang Bros have 2 games in hand, and Kugelblitz have 1, so 2-1 in this best of 5 heroic semi-final. Teamwork just does make the dream work. I would also avatar. Yeah. Playmaker, you know. Okay, these are the numbers behind that game. Get bunkered in the core. Yep. 103k healing from Malfurion into Brightwing 60k. Once again, Malfurion out healing. Top DPS of the game going over to Lincoln's Hansa. So with that 85k. 62k hero DPS from Hammer. Albertox outcircling Nog, 23k XP to 17.6. Yeah, quite a dominant showing there from blue team. And the talents. Just making some notes with potential questions if my brain allows me. Okay, let's just swap the screen. Oh yeah, onto the screen for ants. I apologize to you, but this is how it's looking. So the maps that are left up: Alterac, Garden of Terror, Tomb of the Spider Queen, and Volskaya. I'm so surprised that Volskaya wasn't banned. Let me join this lobby. But yeah, if you're just joining us, Slang Bros banned out Braxis and BOE. They said no to 2-lane maps. Kugelblitz banned out Sky Temple and Cursed Hollow. Kugelblitz took us to Infernal Shrines for game 1, where Slang Bros won. Kugelblitz took us to Towers of Doom for game 2, where they won. And then game 3 that we just finished, we were taken there by Slang Bros, who won. So Slang Bros have won 2 games. Kugelblitz won so far. I'm gonna say caster ready. And then I will make a note to fix my best of 5. I'm gonna say game of 5. My best of 5 overlay. Or scene. After stream. Every time. Here we go. Getting into game 4. Oh, teams are on different sides. Teams are on different sides, chat. We know what that means. That means caster gets angry. No, I'm kidding. I just click a button and it moves smooth. It swaps people. Slang Bros banning that Probius still in that first spot. And Kugelblitz banning the Tyrael with their first spot. Haven't seen an Anubrak all series, but I don't know if either team plays Anubrak. Oh my god, it's like sorry, so my brain was thinking, oh, Anubrak can choose the objective. So maybe that's why there's an Anubrak ban there coming out from Slang Bros. Yep, no Hogger. That's probably a good ban there for this map. Yeah, Lincoln locking in Junkrat with that first pick. Perfect time for some mayhem. Hell yeah. Alarak on the table. I just don't know what constitutes an Alarak map, really. Brandon locking in these stitches and Nog back on that blaze. That's a solid front line. With the Junkrat being picked, like selfishly, I want to see the Deadly Charge Light Bomb again, but it's neither here nor there. So Kugelblitz letting that Lucio through this time. I'm very curious. It would be really cool to see why they've been banning it out. I'm sure Final Stand is a phenomenal Lucio, so we get to see that this game. Why is Probius worthy of a ban? Because Nog is a one-trick. Nog is a member of Kugelblitz, and he is honestly the best Probius I've ever seen. Maiev being banned out there, so Zimbo got to play Maiev once, and no more. At least, not for this game. Last ban from Slang Bros is going to be that Anduin Rin, so no Light Bomb Alarak this game. Sad caster noises. Sia on that Chromie once more. Well, actually, sorry, it was Entropy last game. It was Sia the game before on Towers of Doom, and then Nihilus locking in the Oriole.
Victory for the
We're playing the Leoric this game, and Zimbo locking in Sylvanas. Really good to add to the push. It was... I can't remember if it was Mike that picked... It was somebody on Slang Bros that did pick Haymaker on game 1. I can't remember if it was Mike. Entropy still locking in that Alarak, even though there isn't the light bomb. Doesn't require it. I'm just salty. PZ's prediction is that Panda Express will replace Chipotle as the new frontrunner for quick casual restaurants. PZ, you're great. So maybe what I'm trying to say, maybe is maybe this will be another Haymaker game. Love a Playmaker. So getting into game 4. Hope everybody is having a nice start to their week. And work isn't already kicking their butts. Okay, so the teams have swapped sides. So I'm sorry, chat, if you're confused, so am I. On the left side, on the blue team, on... See? Brain. Kugelblitz. Yeah, got Entropy on the Alarak. Nog on the Blaze, Brandon on the Stitches, Nihilus on the Oriole, and Sia on the Crummy. On the right side, on the red team, on Slang Bros, you got Zimbo on Sylvanas, Albertox on Leoric, Final Stand on the Leoric. Sorry. Oh, swearing. No. I'm cooked, chat. Final Stand on the Lucio. And then, wait, did I say Sylvanas? I already did. Wait, I said Alba. I might not have said Lincoln on the Junkrat. I apologize. I got thoroughly thrown off by saying Leoric twice. And then part of a naughty word. Yeah, I want to pay attention to Final Stance Lucio because it's been banned all series, and this is the game where they get to play it, so it's got to be shenanigans. Okay, red team picking up the siege camp, blue team picking up their siege camp. Oh, nice boot. Unfortunately, don't quite have the damage follow up there. Hook onto Zimbo, who'd already cast Banshee, but some good CC prevents any deaths there. Combo. Ooh, Alaric combo out onto Leoric. Unfortunately, that makes for a dead Leoric. Oh, Brandon getting low. Mike on 150 HP. 2-for-0 trade in favor of Slang Bros. Talents at the bottom of the screen there for your chat. Level 4's online for Slang Bros now. Blue team a little bit behind because of those kills in mid lane. Nihilus running desperately away from the Lucio. Yeah, we got Neo Peasants from Leo. That level 4.
Our scouts report that the horde's keeping some of our soldiers.
Junkrat and Lucio doing red team's camp. Siege camp just ahead of this objective, and it is Blaze and some help for blue team's siege camp.
All right, lads and lassies, keep our prison camp from being captured and get our soldiers out of the horde.
So red teams are going to have level 7 first. Usually you wait until level 7 to like force the issue on objective, don't you? Commonly. Right now it's like Stitches off lane with Blaze in the middle. For Kugelblitz. That's a trap. Onto Nog. And a boot. But Nog's okay. In fact, stuns Mike right in the face with some chromie damage. Level 7's now online for Slang Bros. Boop out onto Entropy, hook onto Link, and does go down there. Chromie damage. Entropy looking to put some, bring some pain to Mike. Alba getting out of there. Somebody got rooted. That's a whip stun onto Alba. The creepy hand misses, but nobody's going down on either team. Ooh, nice. Honestly, phenomenal everything there. Like, Sylvanas was dead if it was not for Mike's stun onto Entropy. Off the back of that, time trap. Red team picking up their camp once more. Blue team a little bit behind on their chores. Throw me back in for some mana before anything happens over the objective. Unfortunately, Brandon getting caught out. Big stun from Nog means Brandon does live to see another day. Oh, hello? Alaric went in deep for a Sylvanas kill. Is going to pay for it. Unfortunately, Alaric going down there. Chromie going down. I suppose with a... You've got to wait for Alaric to come back anyway before you fight this. Level 10's online for Slang Bros. High Five, Entomb, Riptire, Mind Control, and Avatar. No Haymaker. Sad noise. That is a solid Entomb into a Mind Control onto Oriole, and that's a dead Oriole. Slow onto Nog from Lucio into a solid silence, solid combo there from Entropy. I for sure thought the two members of the red team were dead there, but they walk away. Well done, both sides. But Entropy picking up Counter Strike first here. That's a Gorge onto a Junkrat. He should be able to boop himself out now. Oh, no. Nice whip. Stops the Beyblade in its tracks. That's Junkrat going down, but the first objective of the game does go over to Slang Bros. Big jump there into an Entomb. Crystal Aegis out. Entropy lives to see another day. Solid high five on Sylvanas there. Counter Strike out, but nothing doing. Objective marching down all the lanes for Slang Bros. Oh, lovely vision into the Alarak combo. Into the phenomenal peel from Mike and final stand there. Sylvanas living.
Our raiders fought with honor and died with glory.
So that first objective, got a gate, cannon tower top, half of the keep mid. Pretty much half of the, sorry, fort. Half the fort mid, half the fort bar. Red team picking up their siege camp once more. The timings are on point. Blue team picking up theirs as well. Big Stitches is checking the boss, maybe? Actually, if Red Team choose to, they can rotate on this again. Random pop in the D. chomps something for health, gets booped over there. His team shows up, and he should be okay. Hook down. Skull cracker to the face. Level 13's online for red team. Actually, this is a dead Stitches. I think that Crystal Aegis was meant for Stitches too, unfortunately. Entropy's going down for it as well. That's a good couple of picks there off the back of 13 for Slang Bros.
More of our soldiers have been taken prisoner. Let's take them back.
Okay, bot fort, the first fort of the game going over to Slang Bros there in the bot lane, and the mid one looks like it's going to follow soon, especially if Sylvanas has anything to say about it. Bot blue team are back at full strength, so they're not going to make it easy. Mind control. Oh, wow. Oriole going down there. Real quick like with that mind control. Made quick work of it.
What the Stormpike Guard can
I don't think Sylvanas has missed a mind control yet. Red team on that siege camp again as soon as it's up. Blue team are probably going to want to try and get a pre-16 if they can, but it's a bit of a tough time. 2 members of red team at top, actually. I don't know if blue team know that. Well, they probably do, because red team just got that camp out and they see Sylvanas now. Bunker forced out off the back of an entomb. Blue team stepping in to take back their the objective. Yeah, blue team looking for a pre-16 now. But entomb's down, bunker's down. I think, yeah. Sylvanas' mind control basically doesn't have a cooldown, so. And that rotation makes for a very dead Nog. Blue team trying to use the space on the map just to pick up their siege camp and not worry about getting booped off of it by a Junkrat. Evo 16's online for red team. At the bottom of your screen. Okay, onto Lucio into a gorge. Mike is in there. I think missed the queue. Unfortunately, Entropy is separated from him, but they didn't need Entropy to secure the kill. They just needed an Oriole whip. So that is a very dead Lucio there. Hook out onto Mike, forces the avatar out. Beyblade I thought was going to be used to try and peel, but I don't think it was needed, so just some damage there. Leo, I was going to say Leo's not even worried about it, but then turned around and tried to take a chunk out of Entropy. And I think Leo is very much worried about it now. 2-0 trade in favor of Kugelblitz, and that is going to help them to 16 here. Sylvanas picking up their siege camp for Slang Bros. Blue team now have their 16s, so they're looking to do push in onto this objective. Hook over the wall misses. Both teams on an equal talent here. Leoric is up now, so it's a 5v5. Oh, Mike in onto the backline, stuns the Chromie. Brandon eats the Leoric. I heard a mind control. I swear I heard a mind control. Must have missed. Entropy getting chunks of health back. Frontline are up there in that bunker. Stasis out onto Entropy into a counter-strike, but the counter-strike pops a little bit too soon. So the Junkrat Beyblade makes for a dead Alarak, and unfortunately Oriole is swift to follow there. 2-0 trade in favor of Slang Bros. This would be risky, yeah. Stitch is looking for a hook over the wall. Yeah, into a time trap. Ooh, doesn't quite find it. Objective going over to Slang Bros, as does Kugelblitz's siege camp there. So there's a lot of push coming down this mid lane. Blue team are now back at full strength, but that is an N2 mind control at the same time. Big stun from Narg there means that all of blue team are still alive. Albert is in a bit of a pickle there, but damage can't follow up, can't quite reach. Both teams still at full strength. Ooh, Hawk just tickles the tail feathers of Leoric. Sylvanas' trait making quick work of that keep mid. But red team aren't going to push in with that. Brandon looking for Hawk, but it does miss. Ooh, Megatron misses there onto Sir, but Sir does take a bunch of damage. Red team walking away from that. Good defense from blue team. So far, I don't want to jinx anything. I don't want to cast a curse them.
See that, Vandar? That's how real.
Right, and now it's a boss situation. Level 20 is almost there for Slang Bros. So I don't think they actually want this. Good scout hook, good scout Q. They don't see Sylvanas mid? No, because their minions are all the way back there. Blue team don't actually have any information right now, I don't think. Red team picking up their siege camp once more. Trying to get 20 here. Sylvanas grabbing part of a wave. Sees Entropy mid. Entropy doesn't move though, so Sylvanas is kind of moving in there to get that 20 for red team, while the rest of red team walk down onto that bot camp. Blue team picking up their siege camp. Level 20 is online now. Army gets vision.
More of our troops. You know what to do.
This is good for Leoric, no, with that level 20. To be in there. Yeah. If he gets his creepy hand off, that's pretty good. Might get a stun out onto Chromie. Big jump. Chromie's somehow still alive. Stasis. Just waiting out the Beyblade, but hops into the bunker. Avoids that Beyblade damage. 1-for-1 trade so far. Leoric going down for red team. Alarak going down for blue team. Nihilus going down there to, well, to Junkrat, but I did see an aggressive high five, I think. Because, of course, at 20, we do have Mixing Fire, Burning Despair from Leo. Oh, that is a lot of damage out onto Brandon there. Going down as well, despite the slowing sounds. I think this is game. Yeah, honestly, GG well played, unless Alarak can do something wild. And nope, gets immediately mind controlled. That mind control is mean, hey? Damn. GG well played to both teams. Really great series. Oh wait, my teams have turned around, so now I'm confused in my little tool. Hold on. I fixed it, I think. Slang Rose 3, Kugelblitz 1. Best of 5. I love this Panda Express Chipotle discussion in the chat. You say Deadly Auric, I say trait value. Here are the stats anyway of that last game there. Sylvanas not dying once. Neither did Moridum. Top hero DPS in the game, 59k to Junkrat. For blue team, it's 41k to Alarak there. Top Siege, Sylvanas, 148k. Top Siege 4, Kugelblitz, 120k. Chromie. Sylvanas actually outcircling Blaze rather than the Leo. So Sylvanas 17k, Blaze 12k. And Lucio out healing Oriel by 20k. 63k to Oriel's 42k. Just gonna see how the other series that's happening right now is going. See if we send folks over there, you know? My phone thought I was saying Siri. Okay, that series is still going. That's Div A Grand Finals? Okay, let me see. Where's the heroic div? I can ask if. They would like an interview. I only have 2 questions. Super fun series though. No Nog Probius allowed. And honestly, chat, thanks for putting up with this score screen for ants. But this is how things shook out. I don't know who picked Elthrak. Just wait on this interview questione and then send everybody over to the Div A Grand Finals that are happening on the other NGS Twitch page right now. Looks like the series is 2-1, so it's close. This tiny screen. I promise I'll fix it before I cast another best of 5. Okay, nobody is getting back to me, so I'm gonna... There we go. Let's go over to Access Gaming Series 2. If I can initiate a raid. I don't know if I can actually. On the main channel. I may not be able to. Because I'm not a mod actually, so I am just full of do. But yes, you all should go over to here right now. I do believe it's that. Nope, it's this. Ignore me. Book chat. This one. Click this one. Thanks everybody for watching though. Awesome series. GG's to both teams. Good luck to Slang Bros in the Heroic Div Finals. And I hope everybody has a good rest of their week.